The Steamfest demo week for Boundary is almost over. Boundary blew me away with its omnidirectional movement and gunplay. This week, I experienced some of the most satisfying and infuriating fights of my life. We don't know what the future iterations of Boundary will look like, but we can assume that the basic structure will stay moderately the same. Here is everything I learned over the week, and hopefully it'll help you shred when the time comes. The one grounding facet of these maps is that they are a contained play space, meaning that they exist with outer limits. It's not a large map with spread out objectives, it is mostly moderate expanses with equidistant objectives. This ensures that you at least know where to look. In most games, we only really have to worry about scanning horizontally, with, at least in comparison, minimal vertical adjustment, due to the common ground plane between players. In Boundary, there is always a line of sight to where you are, no exception. This being the case, learning to use cover to limit the number of lines exposing you becomes a massive part of any playstyle. And there are so many playstyles that work in Boundary. Sometimes you might be using your movement module to traverse open air. Others you might be rotating to keep your feet on the ground or a wall at your side. You can hang back and watch with an anti-material rifle, or boost past enemy lines to capture a home base, or just sit mid and play like the tanky FPS deity you are. The landing mechanic is a great place to start when thinking about where you should be. Typically in shooters, the consensus is that air is fast and surprising, and land is slow and predictable. Boundary flips this on its head. You move more freely when landed, allowing you to strafe and skate in multiple directions. When floating, you have to fight your own momentum and use your rotation to sharply change angles. Because of this, being landed is invaluable. So when thinking about cover, I aim to always have a platform at my feet ready to be planted. The angle of this platform can be really crucial, in that it offers control to certain points and blindness to others. You may be nervous to land in certain situations because of these blind spots, but you will notice an incessant beeping that happens anytime someone is near you. If you don't see someone, there's a good chance that they're in your blind angle, and I'll let you choose what to do from there. There is a diverse assortment of guns, and each operator has an exclusive selection. From big LMGs to close-range shotguns, which initially fit each character to a specific purpose. Over the week, I unlocked a wide array of attachments for each gun, changing my expectations and how I understand the way I fit into my team. Sergeyev has the most well-rounded kit, in the sense that all of his weapons have a middle-of-the-road ADS speed to start off, and dish out a high DPS with lower bullet velocity. Alexandra is kind of the opposite. Big heavy guns, large ammo capacities, very high bullet velocity. I bet you can already guess what role she fits. She also has extra health. Yao Yi is by far my favorite to play. She is fast, small, and her guns are the same. SMGs and shotguns, with a special maneuvering module that allows you to boost in certain directions, in addition to the break and grapple that Sergeyev and Alexandra have. Each of these kits assumes a certain playstyle, but doesn't demand it. Sergeyev benefits from being landed and traversing wall to wall, almost like a Titanfall pilot. Alexandra has the health to float and hold angles, giving her an edge in fights that she sees first. Yao Yi is best when operating around objects, maneuvering quickly from cover to cover, or dashing right under an opponent's feet. Intricacies of the operators and guns are likely to change upon full release, but the effect of DPS and bullet velocity will probably stay the same, as they are crucial to the balancing of Boundary. At its core, this week's demo was a bare bones version of what we can expect. A beautifully simple, competitive environment that has never been presented quite like this. If you got a chance to play the Boundary demo, let me know in the comments any tricks you might have learned for battling in outer space. This channel is focused on the visuals and environments of first-person shooters, and I am excited to explore Boundary more once it's released. Like and subscribe to stay up to date, and I hope you learned something new for your next spacewalk.